Hello, everyone. My name is Gregory, and together with my colleague Anatoly, we are going to present AnyLogic Cloud, and we are going to start from, as usual, from PowerPoint slides, and then we'll have some live demo of the product. Of course, we are going to talk about new features and upcoming developments in our product. But before we proceed to these improvements, let me start from the simulation modeling essentials, and we are going to talk about full cycle ecosystem for simulation modeling. So I think many of you have seen this concept, but I will repeat it. So we have two cycles within the entire full cycle system. The first cycle is simulation modeling development. Here we discuss how the model should be built, what issues it should solve, how we debug it, we design animation, and so on. And so there is the second cycle where we have not model developers, but model users who run the model. Sometimes they need the complicated workflows where the data is integrated with their third-party databases and business intelligence systems. Sometimes they need advanced scenario management. They may run parameter variation, optimization experiments, and so on. And these two cycles are connected with each other, and this is what we call the entire simulation model lifecycle. Developers create models, deliver them to users. Users run the model, provide feedback to developers, and in this way the model is constantly updated like a real product. For instance, Excel or our product AnyLogic, the model lives like a standalone software within our product. And of course, we always position AnyLogic Cloud as a platform, a web service, or a server-based private server solution for model execution only. While for model development, we provide our desktop environment known as AnyLogic 8. However, this framing is artificial because you may have one single product for the entire simulation model lifecycle. So far, AnyLogic Cloud is not the product for simulation model lifecycle, but we are moving towards such a product. As you may know, AnyLogic 9 is actually a model editor within AnyLogic Cloud. And when we develop and release AnyLogic 9, AnyLogic Cloud plus AnyLogic 9 will become such a product for a full cycle ecosystem for simulation. And this is what we are going to call simply AnyLogic in the future without saying AnyLogic Cloud or AnyLogic 9 or AnyLogic 8. It will be just AnyLogic. And let's imagine we already have this product and we are going to proceed with a live demo of these products, and we are going to use some imaginary project. So as you may know, our office is located in Lisbon, and the traffic jams in this intersection nearby our office are sometimes awful. And we discussed the situation with the government and decided to suggest a pilot project for Lisbon government or Câmara Municipal. It is a city council of Lisbon. And of course, since they are government organization, they ask for strict infrastructure and security requirements. So this should be on premises web service, not on our service. It should be on their servers. No desktop installation is allowed. Also, they require for single sign-on with two-factor authorization, and they use their own identity provider. Here it will be Okta Verify, Also, they ask for a customizable web interface and appearance, and of course, integration with other government applications. And we are going to play a small game where I'm the project manager for this junction simulation, and Anatoly is the model developer, and we are discussing the project. So, Anatoly, how are you? How is your day?
Everything is great, Gregory. So much stuff to do. And the thing is that I just wanted to show you our model.
Yeah, let's check the status of the project.
Yep.
Uh, could you briefly walk me through the simulation model logic, how it works?
Yeah, actually, this is the intersection right near our office. And sometimes during traffic jams, I mean, it's pretty loud here because people are just trying to signal each other and be a bit nervous. So I've just decided to optimize it and to define the minimum time of the time of being vehicle in the system. So the thing is that here in the middle, you can see the traffic lights and we have different phases of it. And we just need to walk through the optimization.
Oh, yeah, that's looking beautiful. And uh, do you have any results with this simulation, what we can show to the customer?
Yeah, sure. Okay, I will just go to my models. And here on this screen, you can see that there is a list of my models, and here's our model. I can actually open it right in the editor or go to the experiments. And also there are some other information, and you can see the developers here and click their accounts. But for now, let's go to the experiments section and see that we have this dashboard here. And I already ran through different experiments, and you can see that the optimal result in seconds displayed here. And here's some short diagram of time in the system.
Yeah, that's looking promising. I see you have two different versions of the same model, right? Could you please tell a little bit more why you have two different versions?
Yeah, actually, you're absolutely right. There are two versions. The version which called release, I actually shared this with my client, so my client can see and work with different experiments. And development version is just for me. I just work with the model here and adjust some parameters right in the model.
Oh, great. So you don't interrupt the customer while changing your model. I see that the results in the release version is promising, but I think the optimizer tested another solutions. Maybe you try to find them at your own. Can we somehow check other results? Maybe there are other close runs with close results.
Yeah, sure. Actually, in this section, which calls completed runs, we can walk through all the experiments and all the results we had before. And you see the table here, and you can work with sorting or filtering within this table and answering to your questions. Let's see what is the minimum results for us here. So yeah, here are they.
Yeah, okay. I see there are really close results. Maybe client decides to play with them to check some what if scenarios. I've seen in this table couple of rows with a red color. Could you please tell me why they're red? Is it some error or something else?
Yes, that was experiments with errors. I will just show how to easily find them. We actually can adjust our table and add different statuses here. I just put status column, just type save, and try to filter only by the failed experiments. And yes, as you can see, there are two experiments which were failed. And if we go into the details of these experiments, we can see the reason that the failure was due to the fact that car failed to change lane. Yep, sometimes it happens, maybe because the speed was too high.
Yeah, I see. I think client will definitely ask to debug this error, and we are here in the table how we can use this information to debug it and get rid of this error.
Yeah, sure. If we go to the experiments, actually already predefined these parameters, and we need to go just to the simulation, and in simulation type our parameters and launch it. And here, I will just speed up all the process. We can see this issue, and if I will just zoom in, you may notice that this car cannot change the lane.
Oh yeah, so I think the car needs to move according to the model logic, of course, on the left. But since this lane it is allowed to turn on the right, it cannot complete the model logic, and tangent stops this error. So how we can solve such type on error? Can we maybe make the car to appear on the leftmost lane?
Yes, or we can just adjust the speed of the car, make it lower, because I do believe that in this experiment we have speeds which are too high for the city riding, and for sure the speed should be slower, and this issue should disappear.
Yeah, that's good. I think this model is good for a pilot project, and we can start collecting feedback from the client. But before we proceed to sharing the model with the client, could you please tell me, for instance, if someone requests for the report about this model completed runs, for instance, to make some math in Excel, how we can deliver this Excel to the clients?
Yeah, actually, we have this option. We just need to return to the completed runs. And we have this button here for export. It exports the table to the Excel file. But one thing I need to mention is that it exports with the parameters you have predefined within the document. So right now, I just turn off this filtering and make all the experiments visible. Download the document and launch it. I will just need a couple of seconds to reshare the screen.
Yeah, let's see the Excel contents.
Yeah, to showcase you the Excel document. Yep. And here in the Excel document, you can see this table.
Oh, so we have here all the data we see in the table. So we have status report and the histogram data as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. For histogram, it's like in different spreadsheet, and you can check it here.
Yeah, that's really great. And the model is ready for sharing with the client, but we need to also make sure that we satisfy the infrastructure and security requirements. So I see you already customized the appearance of this portal. Could you tell me, please, more? Where is it hosted, and what is this? Where the server is located?
Yeah, sure. We use a private license, private server here, and it is located right on the infrastructure of our client. And this for sure allows us to customize it easily. Um, yep.
Yeah, okay. And how you put, I think that's a Kamara municipal logo, right? And
Yeah,
how you change it? Could you please show where it is defined?
sure. In the profile, you just need to go to the admin panel. For sure, you need to have admin rights for this, and open customization. And here in the customization, you can choose logo mark, logo type, or even FAF icon. And also you can change colors on any one you want, and or even choose your custom color for this.
Yeah, that's good. I still have one question. We have a hostname LC 2025, and for the pilot project, it's fine. But I think the client requests another hostname for the release. Can we define custom hostname here?
Yeah, sure. Actually, client can define any host name and choose any domain he wants to, just because, as I already mentioned, it is located on premises of the client.
Okay, yeah, thank you. And could you please also show us what we see on the public models page? Because I think that government is going to have a portal with simulation models, and there will be definitely simulation models where everyone will be able to run them. And we
Mhm.
also definitely need to customize them because we see some built-in categories. Can we replace them with some specific to the Camara municipal, probably?
Yeah, sure. You see here predefined list of categories, but to edit them, we just need to go back to the admin panel and the customization. Here, we should go to public categories and see the same categories as we had. For example, you mentioned that we need to add a new category. For sure, we can use this button to add it and name it, for example, traffic and transportation, or even change the name of it. For example, for other, let's change to other municipalities.
Can we remove oil and gas? Because I'm sure that they're not going to simulate oil and gas.
Yeah, sure. Here's the delete button, and you can just easily do it.
Okay, that's great. And so what if the government decides to create completely custom web interface, including sidebars, toolbar, every part of the site, and probably connect it with their third-party databases and the business intelligence systems? They can do this?
If they decide to fully customize it, we actually, for these purposes, have Cloud API open for the developers. And using this API, I'm just sharing the screen from the AnyLogic Help website. But using this API, they can customize almost everything within our environment. As for the demo, I will just show you an example of how it's done. This is actually the same product we worked a minute ago, but product has been completely customized. So as you can see, this example, you, it, it is a bit
Yeah.
different, but at least it's the same product, but fully customized.
Yeah, great. We satisfy this requirement. And the last requirement in my checklist is, of course, authorization. They require a third-party authorization provider with two-factor authorization. Could you please demonstrate how it works? Have you
Yeah,
implemented? Oh, great.
sure. Yeah, sure. For these purposes, actually, we have two-factor authorization. Let me just log out here. And here we have use single sign-on button. For two-factor authorization, as you can see, we use Okta service. I just watching to my phone for entering the code. Yes, verify, and then I just need to type my password and enter. Bingo. As you can see, we have logged in using two-factor authorization.
Perfect. And the last step, how we can deliver the model to clients. So can we send him a letter that the model is ready?
Yeah, sure. We just need to go to the our project settings, our project page. We have sharing button here, and we can invite our client just by adding his email to this section and making him a developer.
Yeah, definitely. They will probably consider an option to hire some developers and develop the models at their own. Great, Anatoly, thank you for the work, and let's wait for the Camara municipal feedback.
Fingers crossed. Thank you, Gregory.
Thank you. So, yeah, we have demonstrated in this simple project our new developments, and let's go back to the slides and cover these developments and the other ones as well. So we already discussed the completed runs and the two-factor authorization. I'm going to add here that we're using auth.0 protocol, which is compatible with OpenID Connect, and using any of these technologies, you can enable single sign-on in private cloud. And also we introduced a new My Model list view, which we consider the homepage for the full cycle products. From this page, you can go to the editor, you can manage experiments, you can browse through public models or your models, and so on. And of course, in this year, we have 3 months more, and we are going to deliver 2 more features. The first one is automated file server cleanup. It affects private cloud customers only because when you delete files, the file is just marked as deleted, but you need to remove it from the file server manually. And after we implement this feature, finally, the private cloud backups will be much lighter. And the second feature is Kubernetes. As you may know, our product uses our custom service discovery, orchestration, and other stuff, while the industry standard here is Kubernetes. And we are going to perform a large refactoring of the product and replace all this custom stuff with the industry standard. It requires a lot of work, and we are going to release a prototype. We will test it inside our company, maybe with some selected clients. We decided later when we release this prototype. And of course, after the successful testing phase of the prototype, in the next year, we are going to support Elastic Private Cloud thanks to Kubernetes, because currently the executor services, this is services which are executing simulation models, they are not scaling up or down. It means that if nobody's running simulation models, you still pay for executors machines in case if you use, for instance, AWS or Azure servers, and this will save you money. Also, we are going to support beautiful NVIDIA Omniverse 3D animation. You already have them in AnyLogic 8, and we are going to support them in AnyLogic Cloud. And of course, we are going to perform complete refactoring of our cloud API, all the clients. First of all, we are going to use Swagger to automatically generate them. Also, we plan to extend API and support optimization experiment there. And also, we are going to provide completely new methods for managing experiments. And this will allow to create, delete, update, rename, and do other stuff with the experiments you see in the web interface. So in this way, using Cloud API, you will be able to change the dashboard appearance as well. And of course, we are moving towards a full cycle ecosystem for simulation, just AnyLogic, and it will be our next presentation in 4 hours. You will find out more there, so please join us at the AnyLogic 9 and the full cycle ecosystem for simulation. Thank you. Let's go to Q&A section. Okay, so let me check the Q&A. Cost reduction, certain. And what is this used? Oh, Mohammed, that's an imaginary project. Yeah, so definitely the government will make their own goals. I think they will try to reduce time and system as we shown, because it's a usual goal for such simulations. But of course, yeah, they'll consider cost and other stuff in their decision making. Will be there kind of viewer cloud can be installed since kind of data storage. Cache should be able to and use with the active AnyLogic device to move away from the exported jars. Yeah, of course. When we speak about this full cycle product, we are not talking about model export. There is no such instance as a file. You work with a web service. So the model is a web service. You don't think about jar, ALP file, or other stuff. All you upload is just model resources like Excel file, which you may specify as the model input. Will clients need to have AnyLogic Cloud license to be able to view the full model and single sign-on? For the editor in AnyLogic Cloud, the business model is not ready, of course. There's no such license currently because the product is being developed. But for a single sign-on, you'll need Cloud's Private Cloud Pro or Enterprise, because Private Cloud Lite supports only built-in plain login password authorization scheme. Okay, full cycle ecosystem, can't wait. Thank you, Mia. We're also excited about this product as well. Okay. I don't see any other questions. Maybe there are other questions in the chat. Let me check it. Yeah, we still have 2 minutes for Q&A. This is very exciting for us at JHB. Thank you. Public health use cases. Yeah. Actually, we have several clients from the healthcare, and they use both AnyLogic 8 and AnyLogic Private Cloud a lot.